My name's Stuart Hendry. I'm the Grazing and Estates stock person for the Forestry Commission. My day-to-day job is to manage the livestock enterprise here at Lochcatron. The Forestry Commission have brought Highland cattle into the Great Trossachs Forest as a traditional and sustainable land management tool. We're using the cattle as part of the planting programme to prepare areas of ground for the planters going in and also to manage the existing woodlands.
We want this myriad of different habitats across the catchment where we've got open space and we've got woodland, and cattle are one of the best ways to do that. They smash up the ground, they help regeneration as well, they push acorns into the ground. They have a lot of good things going for them.
The cattle can be used in areas where we intend to plant by preparing the ground, removing areas of very dense bracken. If there's a lot of dead material on the surface, they can break that up and encourage a sort of vegetative state, which will make the ground a lot more nutrient rich and ready to be planted. We're also using them to graze the sward in among the trees and in the open spaces. When they pull at it, as opposed to biting the sward, that aerates the soil and it allows different species of plants to come away, and you end up with this diverse sward which is really good for different species of birds and small mammals. We were really keen to introduce a species that is native to this landscape and that thrives in this sort of habitat. So that's why we've introduced Highland cattle. Traditionally the cattle would have been amongst the trees at certain times of year, particularly in the winter as a form of shelter. Research we've done actually has shown that cattle like to spend quite a large proportion of time in among woodland, up to 60 or 70% of the time. The public have responded really well to the cattle being here, and they're really interested to see Highlanders in among the trees, and they'll always stop and take photographs of the cattle. Highland cattle are just naturally curious. They like to know what's going on around them, so if they see people passing, they'll usually come and have a look and see what's going on. The work that we're doing here with the cattle and the careful monitoring that we're doing is, in many respects, new territory for us and other conservation organisations, and so far we're seeing really favourable results. Hopefully in years to come what we'll see is that we've created a fantastic forest. Hopefully the cattle will still be here, they'll be breeding here and they'll be in harmony with the environment and moving in and out of the forest in areas of open ground to graze as they would naturally.
The team that's involved in Lochcatron, they're passionate people, dedicated to what they do and dedicated to try and ensure its success for the woodland creation, for future cattle management, for the biodiversity. Everybody's learning from each other and gaining from that experience.
This is really a fantastic project to be part of, and I'm really pleased to be able to contribute to that and to feel like we're really leaving behind a legacy for the future and for future generations to enjoy this landscape as it should be. I can see this area in the future being a real jewel in the crown for Scotland. It will be a real tourist attraction. It already is, but I can see that only really improving with the work that we're doing here.